Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Naomi.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see.
So today I have another curly hair video because you guys are asking me to make a curly hair type video, and so this video is for you. It's really important with styling your hair. I will definitely say that when I first started transitioning, I didn't really think that curl type was really it's not that I didn't know it wasn't a thing, but I just didn't think it was much of a deal until I realized that, wow, like I obviously knew that people had different curl types. I just didn't know that there were specific products that are only made to be used for specific hair types. So pretty much I will be discussing and explaining every curl type, well, hair type, curl type that there is, and I'll also be explaining what type of products you should be using specifically for your hair type. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so there are 4 hair types. There's type 1, type 2, type 3. Oh my god, my fingers. There are type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. From type 2 to type 4 category, there are subcategories. And so those subcategories can be like under, let's say, type 2, under the type 2 category, there's a subcategory for like type 2A, 2B, 2C, and then in type 3, there's 3A, 3B, 3C, and in type 4, there's 4A, 4B, 4C. So it's like that. So, we'll just move right along to explaining it. I'm gonna move over here so I can add the photos on this side. So starting off with type 1. Type 1 is that straight hair. There is no shape, there's no much body to it, it's just straight. And that's it, because I don't have straight hair. Moving to type 2. So with type 2 here, as you can see, it's like that Pinterest or Instagram beachy waves that a lot of people do for hairstyles during the summer. But this is like natural, so it's the wavy texture. It's that wavy hair type. With type 2, so type 2, there is not much waves at all. It's a very loose-ish shape, like but other than that, there's not really much waves to it. Now 2B waves, yeah, 2B waves, it's starting to slowly get that S shape, that like beachy waves look. 2C waves are the, I guess, the waviest or curliest type in the type 2 hair. Okay, now coming to type 3 here, which looks like something like this. Type 3A, type 3 here is where you really start seeing the ringlets forming, the ringlets. So it's I'll just put a photo right here, but yeah, so the ringlets really start forming, and this is where you'll really start to see more defined curls. So in 3A, the loosest curls in the type 3 category, the 3A curls are, well, it has the ringlet pattern with it. The ringlets are much bigger. It's the loosest curls in the type 3 category. And then 3B curls, which is the type of curls that I have, the curls definitely still has that ringlet pattern to it, but the curls are slightly a bit more defined. The curls are a little bit smaller compared to 3A. And another thing with 3A and 3B curls, it's really easy to add volume to these curls because they are big defined curls, and so it's really easy to get volume. Compared to the wavy hair in type 2, it's not exactly too easy to get volume, seeing as the waves don't really lay on top of one another, whereas in type 3, since they're ringlets, the curls are like ringlets, the ringlets will lay on top of each other, and so giving you that voluminous look. Going on to 3C. 3C is the tightest curls in the type 3 category. It has more ringlets. It just has more ringlets to it. 4. Yes. Type 4 hair. They're like that coily, that kinky hair. It's also known as an afro-like hair. Type 4, oh my god, why do I keep saying type? Okay, but 4A curls is the, well, I guess the loosest curls in the type 4 category, just because it still has that similar look of, it's still quite similar to 3C. However, in 4A, there are definitely more ringlets, but again, it still has that ringlet pattern. And in 4B, that's where we really start to see the zigzag pattern. Look at anyone with type 4 here and look at it really closely, you will genuinely see that it is zigzag. And because it has that zigzag pattern, those people have really great shrinkage. They could stretch it out and it would just come back because their shrinkage is top. And then 4C curls again is the tightest, it's the tightest curls in the type 4 category. It's pretty much where you will really see that afro-like hair. Now that we have done talking, I have done explaining about the different curl patterns and what they essentially look like, so that you essentially know what they look like. Now we can go on to the products. So I'm gonna have some product ideas and some brands that are, I guess, specifically cater to different types of, to people of different hair types. That's another thing you need to know when you are doing your research. Just because there is a lot of hype for one brand does not specifically mean that it may work for you. So for example, like Shea Moisture is definitely a very hyped curly hair product, but a lot of their products are quite thick. It probably won't be very helpful for those with pretty much type 1, type 2 hair, really, because well, yeah, their hair, it's just so thick that it will literally weigh down your waves, and your waves are literally the loosest curls, really. And so just putting really thick products into your hair, it's literally just going to give you no shape, no volume, no body. It's just straight. It will probably make your hair look greasy too. So yeah, so that's another thing. For type 2 hair, these are the products that you need to stay away from. Thick, heavily protein based products, because it's not for you. Okay, but the products that you do want to be using, type 2 people, are products that are very lightweight. And so products like these could be really light leave-in conditioners, really light leave-in creams, styling creams, just anything that's very light, because the reason your waves are probably being weighed down, or you probably think that you have straight hair when you probably might not, is probably because of the products that you are putting into your hair. And even though those products are lightweight, don't be putting too much product into your hair, because that's another reason why your waves or your curly hair will be weighed down. Brands that I would recommend are for type 2 hair are brands like Frieda, Ouai, is that how they pronounce it? Ouai and Bumble. I've never tried Ouai and Bumble, but I have heard a lot of reviews that apparently it's very lightweight. It's really good for like their wavy hair, so you can definitely try those products. Okay, now going on to type 3 hair, I would recommend also that those with type 3 hair should also use lightweight products. And I'll say this just because those with type 3 hair, it's just really easy to manipulate our hair, especially if you have type 3, type 3A, type 3B curls. It's really easy, to manipulate our hair to be straight, and then we can easily manipulate it to be curly. It will be the best thing if you use more lightweight products, especially when you're using it for styling. You could get away with using thick products, especially if you have 3C hair, but I would recommend maybe if you really need to use a thick product, maybe use it for a mask or a deep conditioner so that you can just wash it out. And you know, with thick products, the reason why they're thick is because it's so moisturizing that, you know, if you're suffering from any like heat damage, any chemical damage, color treated hair like me, then yeah, using thick like masks or treatments that you are going to end up shampooing them out later in the shower is, I guess, would be the best. Okay, so now going on to products that can be used on type 4 hair. So pretty much with type 4 hair, because their hair is just so curly, it's, you know, their hair is also, it can easily be very drying, and so they will definitely need those thick products. They will, because it's those thick products that can really give them that moisture. Adding something very lightweight isn't really going to easily go into their hair as easily as it does with, you know, people with type 2 or type 3 hair. The curlier your hair is, the more moisture it does need. Type 4 hair will need just a lot of like thick type of products. So products that I would recommend if you are type 4 girl is Shea Moisture. For sure, there's a lot of hype about it. A lot of their products really do cater for type 4 hair, for kinky, coily hair. A lot of their products, especially a lot of their leave-in treatments, their enhancing smoothie is also a pretty good one. Another brand will be Cantu. It's the styling products. It's really good for holding, like giving your curls a bit like much more hold. I've seen some videos about it. I've seen videos by Mains by Mel. You should definitely go check out her YouTube. Yeah, she's done pretty much a battle of the brands with both Shea Moisture and Cantu, and end results just pretty much was that with the Cantu products she had put in her hair, that it definitely had much more hold. There are just certain ingredients that are in the Cantu products that aren't in Shea Moisture that really helps with, you know, hold. It's also really good, you know, with, especially during summer, you know, with the humidity and all that, girls with type 4 will want as much moisture as they possibly can get. As you can tell, I'm literally like no expert with like type 4 or type 2 curls. I can only really speak a bit for like type 3. Really recommend Shea Moisture, Cantu for girls, for anyone with type 4 hair. But I did try my very best to explain the curl types. I hope you've at least gained a bit of knowledge about this. I do want to leave a disclaimer that I am no hairstylist or whatever, so it is really just up to you to do your own research. It's best that you do your own research. You can look for inspiration from other influencers, other YouTubers that with your similar hair type. However, maybe you may have the same or similar hair type, but maybe some of their products may not work for you. What you put on your hair just depends so much. There are just so many factors that come along with just what products you put in your hair. It can depend on, you know, the porosity of your hair, your hair length, the density of your hair. There's just so many factors that come into play for this, so it's really best if you do your research. I didn't really want to include anything about porosity or anything else like that, just because it can be another video for another time. So comment down below if you want to know more about that. But other than that, and I also hope that it will be now a bit easier to find products, or find, I guess, some products that could really work for your hair type. Yeah, so do me a big favor and comment down below what your hair type is now that you have watched this video. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Just spam the comments, I don't know, just comment down below. And then also hit the subscribe button so that you can see more videos, more curly hair videos that you want to see, pretty much. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.